Not willing to go. We gon' be invincible. Too much surprise, she said that's how I feel. Every time that I walk through the door, I fall deeper. Said I know from the start, baby, you were a keeper. Even when you get on my nerves, I would never leave you. Said I blessed the day. Good morning, Realize TV. Good morning, peace and blessings. Grand Rising. Hola, Black. What's going on? Shout out to all you guys this morning. Speed on the 504. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. I said I was going to do last night. I had a great night last night, and I said I was going to do a back-to-back episode. You know, I said I was going to come back, and I'm trying to keep some of the words that's in. Shout out to Realize TV, or one of the realest ones. He got that name fits you so well. Let me know if you guys can hear me in the chat. Let me know, could you hear me? Because I will take my headsets off. If you cannot hear me, I will. If you don't hear me loud and clear, I will be taking it off. Okay. So let me know, could you hear me? Okay. Okay, that's good. 111. All right. I just wanted to talk this morning. I got a chance to when I got up this morning, and I done some videos on TikTok, and I was seeing some of the things that I was seeing, and it only gets better. It only gets better. It gets better on showing and exposing the truth on how everyone hates our people. It only gets better because I got a chance to go through some videos. Egyptian goddess in a house. I got a chance to go check on some videos and just really trying to understand and grasp the hatred that people have towards us. And sometimes I'll be thinking, well, is it us that feel this way? Are we not giving other people a chance? Is it us? And I ask myself, is it us? But then when you look at and you pick up the pieces and you see what's really out there in the truth, what's really out there, you understand that it ain't us. People just don't like us for whatever reason. So today I want to talk about the Native Americans and the Russian descent people who share the same language. And then you ask, and then this was revealed how ancestors migrated 13,000 years ago. Now, doing a homework on it and got a chance to see, and then I started thinking to myself, how in the hell Russian descent people and Native Americans who's supposed to be native of this land share the same language? And I had to go do ask myself some real questions on this. You know, shout out to Lyrica Neville. And I had to ask myself some serious questions. How could they share the same language? because these people are the same people. Mutations, different mutations, they come from the same continents. These people share the same language, and without even being around, because a lot of them migrated over and ran off from exactly where they belong. But I was looking on TikTok, and there was this Mexican lady saying that we need to get off of her continent. Now, this lady, if you go to my TikTok, you will see this lady. She's a Mexican, and she's attacking melanated women who are just minding their own business, exercising. And she said that we are toxinating her continent, that we should go back to Africa. Now, this is not a white woman. This is a Mexican woman. So I'm still trying to find out what the hell have we done, people across the nation. Why do people hate us the way they do? Why do people look down on us the way they do? What is the fear of the melanated man and melanated woman here in America? Why they always telling us to go back to Africa? See, we have swelling some of these people heads up, making them believe that they are the Mayans and the Aztecs, making them believe that. So we have swelling these people heads up, making them, the white man has confused them also. White man ain't just confused us. The white man has confused Mexican people as well, not knowing their place in this land, not knowing who they are. So they are trying to hold on to something. They wanna be included into something also, because history has shown that we are the original people of this land. Because of the fact that history is showing that we are the original people, now they feel like they're being taken away and passed upon. I want people to understand that. So when we talk about the native connection to Russia, see, a lot of these Africans and Russia and Asia, these countries, all these countries are similar to each other. They connected. Europe, all that's on one side. All these different continents are on one side. So when you look at a white person, they are truly, really African Americans. So when you look at us and you see our people here, we are not connected with the African theory. When you do DNA, you look at the bloodlines, you'll see that these people are more connected to the Africans than we are. It's crazy. Even the Native Americans are connected to Russians, language, traditions. And some kind of way, when they migrated over here, some shit got switched up. But you do the DNA, you do the connections with Russia and Native Americans that call themselves native of this land, but they're not. They're Asian descent people, but want to claim lands that don't belong to them. Talking about culture and history that others are trying to take from them when they have none. Trying to push us away from a place where we're born and raised. It doesn't make sense. Love Tam in the house. It doesn't make sense, family. And we are more connected than you know. Turtle Island and our melanin skin are more connected than you know. You look at some of the things that we create in culture. Some of the things that we create in culture. You will understand that we are more connected than you know. So I ask yourself, I ask everybody, what makes people fearing our people? I ask this question all the time. What makes the outside so fearful of our people? Because it's starting, we are in the information. We are in the information era because information is power. And because we are learning so much that 13,000 years ago was not that long ago. 13,000 years ago was not that long ago. You may believe it, but it's not. And it's reasons why people can lie about history and turn history upside down. This is what people have been doing for centuries, turning history upside down. When anytime now I'm seeing Mexicans, and if you want to go see the video, go on my TikTok. You go see the white woman who tried to accuse the melanated man of pushing her on the ground when she went over there and called the police on them for saying that they have no permits to build in their own backyard. Our people don't mess with nobody. We don't just pick with people. And you have to ask yourself, why do they pick with our people? Why do they do such a thing? Why do they come for us and we don't come for them? You have to ask yourself why we don't come for them, but they come for us. Because if we are the less, should we be ignored by the white supremacists, these people who believe that they are more? If this is a point of view of we supposed to be the less of people, why do they come for us? Ask yourself why they look at us and they so inferior. That if we so inferior, why are we the people that they try to kill the most? And you have to ask yourself that, because you are the original people. And as time go on, and as information get more heated, and as you read and you start getting in them libraries and you start seeing more and you start pulling up more documentaries, you shall understand why they treat you the way they treat you. I got to turn off this truck. It came on. It's just this automatic thing. I'm sorry. You have to ask yourself why. Why the hatred? Why the accession to melanated women hair? Why do they love touching melanated women hair? Why do they want to cut melanated men dreadlocks? Ask yourself why. They moon in a house. Because you know why? Antennas. Cutting your antennas. The connection of your antennas. See, your antennas guide you. Some people are blessed to have antennas. Some people are blessed to have antennas. You are the people of the sun, and you exist because of the sun. Alabama, Niger in the house. I want people to understand that. What is the obsession and why they hate us so much? And it would be one thing if it was just white people. It would be one thing if it was just white people, family. Now you're starting to see other race of people show the colors. We don't mess with people. We're not a nation. We're not a evil nation of people. We don't just go messing with people. It's not in our bloodline to mess with people. Why do people mess with us? See, if we were going around saying that our men were going around saying that we are women, and our women were going around saying that they were men, then it would not be a problem. See, it would not be a problem. The agenda, it would not, if you would say that you were a tree, they would not come at you. If you said that you was a dog or a cat, then they would not have a problem with you taking a stance on that. But it's when you, Lamans, it's when you say that you are aborigine to this land. See, you can be black and dead. They'll love you to be black and dead. They don't mind you being black and dead. They don't mind you being with the definitions of the definitions of the dictionary. They don't mind that. But it's when you say that you are indigenous to this land, then that's a problem. See, we don't go picking around with people. We don't mess with people. People mess with us. And when we defend the truth, then they get their feelings hurt. People get their feelings. Hey, all glories to the chief. How you doing, Chief Flemings? Peace and blessings to Chief Flemings this morning, early up this morning. See, we don't go picking with people. But the truth is our fight. Do you understand when you tell the truth? People can't stand the truth. The truth shall set you free. The truth hurts. The truth cuts. Do you understand that the truth hurts and it cuts? Many times when your mother told you about yourself, when your mother was checking you, your father was checking you, it hurts when it comes from your family. It hurts when it comes from your mother. It hurts when it comes from your father, when you know you're showing out and your mother and your father have to check you. It hurts. The truth hurts and it cuts real bad. So I want you guys to understand, over the courses of the years, they have distracted our people with confusing us of being people that we are not. See, that's what the slavery was all about, beating knowledge out of you, taking you away from your tribe of people, taking your language, taking your knowledge, your tribes, taking everything away from you that you know. That's what it was to break you. So now in these days, you are confused on who you are because your oppressor is now telling you your name is Tommy. Your oppressor is now telling you your name is Billy. Your name is Wilson. Your name is Jackson. Your name is Johnson. These are the names of people who colonized our people, who put their stamp on our people. These are the people who walked on. A shout out to Courtney, my brother Courtney, up in this morning with me. My brother from another mother. Do you understand when you take a people and you turn a people upside down, inside out, they can never understand who they are. They can never understand the love of who they are from their own people. We have trust issues in our nation. We have trust issues. We very, very have issues in our families. We have dark entities in our family. We have dark entities in our family. We have men in our family that are raping their own daughters, uncles who are raping their own nephews, cousins who are raping their own cousins. And we have mothers who cover shit up. So we are a people with trauma because of what Jim Crow has affected our people. Because as the white man was raping our people, we are repeating the same facts of what they have done to our people. So our conditions is bad. We are born bad conditions because we have been learned to hate one another. Trauma. We have our own people, mothers out here that cover up what their brothers have done to their daughters. We got daughters out here who've been screaming for help and want to come back to their mother for their mother to tell them, don't come at me with that bullshit. We got mothers out here who defend pedophiles. Mothers out here who love the pedophile because that's their brother, but conditioned in the mind. And we have the offsprings. We deal with the offsprings. The offsprings, our offsprings are ruined. See, this is what you don't understand. The offsprings be affected because of what our ancestors have done to our offsprings. Not all of our offsprings were great people. I mean, our ancestors were great people. And some people want to lie about their ancestors, but all of our ancestors, we had sellouts just like anybody else. You think it's odd that they slave you when the slaves, master, don't serve the same God that gave you. Then 400 years later, you are hardly stable, and you turn around and beg that same God to save you. See, you can't make this up, Realize TV. You can't make it up. Trauma is the reason. See, we can't get away from our trauma. Trauma has devastated our people. Trauma is our worst enemy. And you don't understand. That's why I keep telling you how they can fool and have replacements for us. How they can replace us. A 504 indigenous warrior said, so slavery wasn't 400 years. But I feel you. But in actually reality, we still living in that predicament. Slavery in the mind. Slavery in the mind. See, there's many ways of slaving people. Beating somebody's ass, forcing people, or just teaching you not to love yourself. You can slave the mind in many ways. It doesn't have to mean the same way that was taught to us on roots. A slave mind is different. And we have to understand that. There's more than just the slave mind of roots. The beatings of what they told us on television. When you are in a situation where you use your own fellow man, and we go against our own fellow woman, and we just can't build. So as I say, Native Americans and Russia share the same language. And what I'm trying to state is before they migrated over the Asian descent people, they migrated over other areas. There's reasons why they ran from coast to coast looking for new land. But I like to say that we were replaced. We were already here, and these people were set up to replace us. Enslaved mentally, physically, financially. That is a fact, Egyptian goddess. That is a fact. There's many ways to be enslaved. You don't just have to get your ass whipped. Have anyone read Asian slaves in Mexico? Yeah, I heard. I heard they had Asian slaves in Mexico because some of the Mexicans came from Spain. Some of them Mexicans came from Spain. Tell me the schools and the prisons and the child rooms don't look the same. Yes. And we have to understand these things that are financially breaking us down. I mean, it's crazy, y'all, that when you see Jewish people, they have power. You see the Jewish churches, they have a lot of power in America. Jewish people have power in America. Shout out to Brandon Rogers. And whether we seem to like it or not, Jewish people have power in America. The fake Jews, those who said that they're Jews that are not the Jews, but they have power in America. And when you look at African descent people, they have power in America. When you look at Mexican people, you look at Vietnamese people, they have power in America. When we look at American-born Aborigine people, we don't have power in America. And you have to ask yourself why. You have to ask yourself why, because we don't fit the agenda. We are the people that they're trying to keep last, because if we recognize knowledge, if we recognize who we are, how strong we shall be. Once you know who you are and you preserve yourself as who you are, you understand, you love who you are, then nobody can take you down. I was talking about last night how that young man, and somebody asked me, they said, I think Jackman said, you know, Chief, he killed white people. Why do we care? And my whole video last night was not about him killing white people and why should we care. It's the fact that we don't have the privilege to do some of the things that the young white man, Kyle Rittenhouse, could do. And I just wanted to let our people understand that there are agendas, and there's things that we can't do that they can do in this country. And a lot of you guys don't understand that. Do I want to go murder off people and terrorize people? No. But we're not on the same playing field as the people that oppress us. They can get away with things that we can't get away with. And that was the purpose of the video last night. Is the fact that we, as a nation of people, there are certain things we just can't get away with. Just because you can buy a gun doesn't mean that you on the same playing field. Mr. C, shout out to you. See if that's why I got glasses, so I can see. And I want you guys to understand these things. That we're not on the same playing field as our oppressor. You may believe that, but you're not. There are certain things that they can do, and there's certain things we can't do. But now I'm seeing Mexican people who very much on this very kick. They're on this dangerous kick against us. We're seeing Mexican people who are claiming to be the Native Americans, who are claiming, saying that we are on their continent. Like I said, go on to my TikTok, and this young lady is upset, saying that we need to get off our continent, off of their continent, and go back to Africa. And this is Mexican people. This ain't no white people. This ain't about white people today. Let's not give all the power to white people. There are other nationalities. There are other nations of people out there that have the same anger about our people. And it's crazy. You right, Chief. Muslim, Asian, Europe. You're right. All under the United States. You are exactly correct. And what people don't understand is that they now, because how deep shit is getting, they're trying to push us out. They want us to leave. But they know that by law, they cannot get rid of us. By law, they cannot take us off of Turtle Island because we are the original people of Turtle Island, so they cannot shift us to anywhere. By law, go look at the laws and you'll find out that they can't touch us. But our people don't know that. The fact is that our people don't know we can't be touched. These are the things that are covered up that you don't know. That laws are here to protect us that we don't even know about. There are laws out here that can't, it is what it is. And these people are now, I have never seen so many people. We talk about white people all day long, and we be so distracted by white people, and we don't look at the other people that hate us the most. We so focused on the white man, and we don't see the others that hate us the most. That have it out for us, got a jealous rage about us. I don't understand why. We have never done nothing to Chinese people, Asian people. We don't have a history of doing anything. Now they have 4 young men. I want you guys to understand this. 4 young men. Do y'all know that there are 4 young men that is being accused of Asian hate in New York? And now they're talking about 25 years for Asian hate to put our young people in jail. But people ignore the hatred that goes on. What about melanated people hate? You talk about Asian hate. What about melanated people hate? Why people don't talk about the hatred that is going on towards our people? The attack on our people. Why don't we need the same protection as other groups? They protect. Joe Biden put a law to protect certain groups. But what happened to melanated people here in America? And people think we just whining and crying and we just want sympathy and empathy. But the fact is, they all hate us. And why? And I don't care what you do in your life, you can get successful. Some of you guys got it all in your head. If you work your ass off and you be in a certain classification, they're gonna love you. Shout out to Keith Graham. You got it in your mind that if you live a certain way and you're rich, that the white man is going to love you and accept you. That the Asian man, that all these other people are going to accept you as long as you're rich. And you don't understand that being rich doesn't mean they're going to love you. As soon as you fall off your high horse, they're going to kick you in your ass. You guys turn your back on your own people because you got wealth, because you feel like that you are rich. Some of the things that you do against your own people. Shame on you. We are the root to all evil. Money. We are so invested in money and prized possessions. Things that you can't take with you. We don't value family like we used to. Family is not an option for us. We don't value family like we should. They get away. They get away with effing over us, cause nobody really fucks with us. They don't. We don't have allies. You really believe we have allies? We don't have allies. We don't have nobody that got our back. We don't have outside allies like you may think. Everybody don't have our back, brothers and sisters. Because, you just got to get it in your mind that we all we got. And they're not messing with us. They're not messing with us. And the truth is, we are falling on thin ice. How much as you might have that one white friend, you might have that I'm not gonna say all white people ain't down for you. I'm not gonna say all my all these outside people. You're not gonna have one or two or three people that's down with you. I'm not saying that. But as a group, as a nation, hell no. There's many more against us than with us. And it's all connected to the United States, which is linked to the United Kingdoms. I could not say that no better, Chief. It's all linked to the United Kingdom, the king and the queen. A lot of people don't understand how powerful the king and the queen of England is. And they didn't bring their best, they brought their worst to America. When Donald Trump talked about Mexico, they're not bringing their best, they're bringing their worst. And it's crazy. It's crazy. And until we understand our value in this land, you will never understand. You don't understand your own worth. You don't understand your own value in your own country. You don't understand that this is a continent. This continent belongs to you. While this person is claiming that get off of their continent, I mean, go on my TikTok and you will see this lady. She had the audacity to tell us to get off of her continent and go back to Africa. Everybody wants us to go back to Africa. Everybody got this bullshit mindset that we all belong to Africa. Everybody got this bullshit conception that we belong to Africa. And we allowed them to believe these false narratives rather than check their ass. Shoxy in the house. It hurts to see our people who have not learned. And that's a fact. It hurts. It hurts. George Washington is a biracial European man. First Africans were dark Europeans. They got me fucked up. Yes. And Europeans, the fact that they had dark complexion people, the first Europeans were dark complexion people. So we migrated. What people don't understand is we are the majority as far as melanated people across the world. Dark complexion people are the majority of the world. Are the majority of the world. Melanated people are the majority of the world. Charles Johnson, peace and blessings, Halito to you. I want people to understand this. So while this lady telling us to go back to Africa, then we had another lady who said it up that just can't leave melanated people alone. We will never get peace from our oppressors because guess what? They don't want us to have peace. They don't want us to have peace. These are the same people who brought religion into your lives, took you away from your God, dominated and took you away from your God. Maybe one day you guys will understand. This world used to look just like us. The whole world did before the mutations happened. Before the mutations happened, before people became mutated, the whole world was melanated. Even my light complexion is mutated. This world was surrounded around melanated, dark complexion people who dominate. And people need to educate themselves. People need to love their skin. We are people in our own families, the dark complexion people, or versus the light complexion people in the family. And this is we are people in our own families that race upon each other, don't like the light-skinned side, don't like the dark-skinned side. We have mentally challenged people in our own families that treat they dark complexion family member like shit, or they light-skinned complexion family member like shit. Dominate everything we touch. Copper color people is the original people of the world. And anybody who want to debate me on this better understand scientific facts. So anybody that is Native American, Mexican American, you don't have them genes. You don't have the dominant gene. Your woman don't have the Eve gene. Your woman don't have your Mexican men cannot overpower the original man and woman. You take a dark complexion male and he have sex with a Mexican woman, your children gonna come out dark complexion. That's scientific facts. You take a light-skinned person that is white. Majority even if the child is pale, you're still gonna get features, bone structures. The melanated man and woman dominates, and that's a scientific fact. That is not racism. That is a scientific fact. That our bloodline is more stronger than any man and woman across this world. Again, we dominate everything we touch. And it's a fact. It's not racism. It's a fact. And people get very, 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 very confused with facts because they don't like it. And bloodline and blood don't lie. The fact that blood is so powerful. We don't even have the same blood type as these people. A lot of people don't know this. You go look at the blood type of Africans and these Native Americans. We don't have the same blood type. We are different people. Look at our features. Look at our shapes in our face and our shapes in bodies. Just look at our people. Look at our melanated women in America and look at their shapes. Look how they built and look how an African woman is built. I'm not being prejudiced. I'm not being against other people. I'm not being disrespectful. I'm telling you the truth. Look at some of our people, how some of our people are built, and look how some of their people are built, and then you can only make out what the facts are. And people get angry because of the truth. Everybody, all skin folks, not kin folks. Been telling y'all this since y'all follow me on my channels. I've been telling y'all all skin folks are not kin folks. And it's a fact. Until we understand the truth of the Aborigine, understand that we are the original man and woman, and people say, well, what is the point? What is this going to do to change the outcome of our people? What them learning who they are is going to change anything? Yes, it's going to change a lot. Once you know who you are, you gain self-respect. Once you learn who you are, you gain self-respect about who you are. That's like a lost cab out there trying to figure out where their father and mother at. Lost in the woods, around wolves that's ready to eat them alive. Reagan X in the house. And you guys got to understand that. There's a purpose of learning who you are. Maybe we'll stop killing each other once you'll get self-respect about who your ancestors really is. No matter where you go, we are the most desirable mates in the world. And that's a fact. The truth hurts. And people don't Like, I'm going to get somebody who's going to dislike this content. Somebody going to come in and they're going to hate what I say. Just like last night, I got 3 dislikes. Ain't nobody going to like everybody going to like what you're saying. It's okay. The world ain't over with. But I'm still going to speak my truth. I'm still going to speak my mind. And I expect you guys to speak your truth and speak your mind. It's okay to disagree. My brother Charles Johnson in the house. Johnny Woods, Halito. Johnny Woods in the house. I want you guys to understand that, man. So as I was telling you, the connection with Native Americans and Russians, they share the same language. So if they share the same language, what else do they share? Migrated over 13,000 years ago, and they share the same language. What else do these people share? Now, if you're sharing the same language, you must have the same DNA background. Because we don't share the same language as they do. So I want people to understand this stuff. That go on TikTok, follow my TikTok channel, Peanut Nola 504. Go see what these Mexican people are saying about us. Go see or check out my YouTube channel where they got Mexicans versus the melanated people here, and see why they hate us so much. Why? Ask them why they hate us so much. Because I don't recall us doing Mexicans anything. Shout out to Pony Locks. I don't recall us having hurt for anybody. I want to figure that out. I'm trying to figure that out, family. Why do they hate us so much? Grand Rising for those who just came into the chat. Last night I was talking about Kyle Rittenhouse, and how, the brother, not my brother, but the young man, 17 years old, was able to get away with murder. And somebody said, well, Peanut, as long as they're killing their own people, what does it matter? No, it matters a lot when it comes down to our people, because we don't have the same privileges. Shout out to Chief Willie Hare. Shout out to Chief Willie Hare. I want people to know that, man. We don't have the same privileges. We're not the same people. And y'all have to understand that. We don't have this. The laws are not fit for you. And I know it hurts. I know it hurts to hear somebody tell you that the Constitution is not for you. Now, the original Constitution under the Confederacy was your laws. Under the Confederacy, it was written for you. But the laws under the United Kingdom laws are not for you. That's why it's so easy to put you in jail, because slavery was never abolished. Slavery was never abolished. Some of you guys believe it's abolished, but it's never, just because your ass not in cotton fields don't mean slavery was abolished. Now, look, they take prisoners and they still put them in cotton fields. They take prisoners and still have them working outside and with the streets. So it's still, the slavery has never been abolished. And the sad part is the fact that you have Mexicans who are going through some of the same struggles that we go through, and they still